Hey guys! This is Cartoon Recapped. Today we'll show you a 2012 family adventure cartoon called The Reef 2, High Tide. Be aware of heavy spoilers. Sit back and enjoy the show. Troy is revealed to be still alive and captured by the Marines. He is locked in a cage and occasionally gets painful vaccines from them. However, with the help of a tiny con artist shark named Ronnie, he manages to escape and decides to seek revenge on Pi. At the reef, Pi is a father and enjoying life on the reef with no sharks. But Troy and his band of goons arrive at the reef wall and threaten the fish that the water will rise high enough in 4 days for the sharks to swim over the reef wall. Nerissa tells Pi he must, but tries to train the other fish to defeat Troy this time. Meanwhile, Troy threatens Ronnie into following his orders by sabotaging Pi's training and tells him, in exchange, he will let Ronnie go. Ronnie disguises himself with a piece of kelp as a wig and false dentures on his teeth. Witnessing Pi's disastrous training, Ronnie gets an idea. He announces that the fish put on an underwater extravaganza, saying every fish has a particular skill, and by doing that, they will attract humans to protect them from the sharks. Ronnie's plan enlightens everybody but Pi. When Pi confronts Nerissa about this, Nerissa suggests that Ronnie perhaps offers something you haven't, like a chance to prove themselves. Pi retorts that he tried to train them, to which Nerissa responds, I suggested that you teach them to be the best they can be, not to be you. He then shows Pi an image of the legendary sea dragon, which those who control it must be worthy to command. Pi gets an idea to create a shark trap to catapult Troy out of the sea and orders the two to get him supplies. When Pi and his son Junior set up the trap, Pi orders Bart and Eddie to guard the cave. However, Ronnie overhears Pi's trap, and Troy orders him to destroy it. So, Ronnie tricks the reef fish into thinking that he needs a clamp for his talent show, and the reef fish soon race toward the cave and destroy the shark trap. Bart and Eddie report the disaster to Pi. When Pi furiously confronts Ronnie, Cordelia defends him, saying that Ronnie believes in them the way they are and Pi doesn't. Later, Troy orders Ronnie to bring Cordelia outside the reef at sunset. When Ronnie succeeds, Troy exposes Ronnie's disguise to Cordelia, much to her horror. But Ronnie, having grown to love the reef and the inhabitants, tries to explain himself, but Troy kidnaps Cordelia. Troy decides to let him go because Ronnie has outlived his usefulness. Pi lies in pain in Nerissa's shipwreck when they hear a noise. They see Bart and Eddie having captured Ronnie when he gets exposed as a shark and brings him to Pi. But, Ronnie remorsefully tells Pi that Troy was forcing him, and that he'll help Pi get Cordelia back from Troy. Pi, Nerissa, Bart, and Eddie decide to give the remorseful dwarf shark a second chance. While Pi frees Cordelia, Ronnie blocks the hench shark's path, telling them to stand up to Troy. Unfortunately, Troy overheard and became furious about Ronnie's betrayal. Troy gobbled the little dwarf shark up in one gulp. Meanwhile, as the other fish try to prepare for the battle, Nerissa enters a mysterious volcano to summon the sea dragon, and mysterious powers flow around the turtle as he does so. Troy and his sharks attack the reef, as many fish outsmart them. Troy bites Pi and subdues him, but before he can kill him, Nerissa shows up with his mighty sea dragon and blasts the other sharks. But Troy sneaks up from behind the turtle and knocks him off the dragon, causing it to dissolve away. Troy then prepares to hurt Nerissa, but Pi throws a water ball at him and Troy returns his attention to his soul nemesis and chases him. Eventually, Pi, Cordelia, and Junior use the shark trap to beat Troy and send him flying out of the sea and back to the ship. As the humans approach the defeated shark, Ronnie flies out of Troy's mouth and back into the sea. The humans then use another vaccine on Troy, and he screams in pain. As all the fish celebrate the defeat of Troy, Nerissa congratulates Pi for becoming a true leader. Pi and the gang thank Nerissa for risking his life for all of them, to which the old turtle responds, "It was my part to play." Nerissa dances with the other fish, just as a fully redeemed Ronnie joins the party. Thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.